right, so Vlad, Australia in Junior Eurovision for the very first time. Tell me how that went.
Well, you know, they're big fans of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, and Eurovision Song Contest, and they were broadcasting the show for a few years already. And then at some point, we just had a chat with them, and they said they'd be very interested in joining the event. So we went through all the procedures, like approval of the steering group, approval of the TV committee, and at the end, they're in, and they're here, and they're happy.
Was there any communication in relationship to the adult contest where, of course, Australia made their debut in Vienna?
Yes, you know, we have a supervisor also, the song contest, you know, the sound. So, of course, me and him are communicating on different kind of aspects of both contests. And, of course, it has been done regarding Australia as well.
Do you think, because at first people said that Australia was only going to be in adult Eurovision once, now they're back, do you think Junior Eurovision played a part in that?
Maybe. I think Australia overall is so in love with Eurovision that, of course, we want to get included. And I mean, in our case, at least what I can say for the Junior Song Contest, they are in, they're happy, and I'm pretty sure we'll approach them next year to join us again.
You say there's, of course, a communication between you and the adult contest, and you're coming to the same brand. How does that work? Because for some countries we know that financial side of participation is a big step, and maybe in some cases it's only possible to do one event. So is there not also some kind of competition between the two events then?
No, we still try to collaborate, and we're discussing on the one-to-one basis with the countries how we can approach them, how we can propose to join both events. We have one family of events anyway, but I would say for the junior it's a bit easier because the fees are also lower of the broadcasters to join the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, and the budget is totally different in comparison with the Song Contest. So I don't face any difficulties actually with recruiting the countries.
How many countries could Junior Eurovision take before it had to go to, I don't know, semi-finals as well?
I would say, we're very slowly working on increasing the countries, so I don't think we'll be huge, like jump up to 45 countries. I think it's difficult. However, we get some kind of interest coming from, for instance, I can reveal the secret, coming from the Baltic states. I got just before coming here, and also we have the observers coming from time to time to our event, including this time we have France joining. The head of delegation from France will be here, so you can also talk to him about potential joining this junior at 16. And that's it. I think I don't think we will have the semi-finals, and I would like not to have the semi-finals because they're still kids, and can you imagine if they don't qualify to the final, what will happen to them? It's better to stick maximum to 24 countries in our dreams, but we will see. Hopefully it will happen at the end.
You're saying you're slowly growing, and people online have already been talking the last couple of years, the revival of Junior Eurovision, your dream team that made that happen. What did you do to gain back the momentum for Junior Eurovision?
Reformatting. I think it was a little bit stuck in the previous year, so we had really to get back together and get some producers on board. We got not only the steering group, but we made a special format group working on the event. And you can't really see it when you watch the TV program. You think it's absolutely the same Junior Song Contest. But we changed some elements. We replaced some elements with new elements. We really launched this huge online coverage of the event, totally changed the strategy of the comms, of the news, etc. So I think overall, the whole thing changed the format.
This dream team is, of course, not just you. It's also Luke Fisher. You've been working with Kath Lockett for a while. She's not here now anymore, and because of the whole tender process, we might think that maybe, for example, Luke will not be here next year as well. How come that this dream team of you is breaking up, basically?
As you know, Steve, I'm not allowed to comment on this kind of things. It's all related to the contracts, and you have to approach either our comms department or our Yunula San or Jean-Philippe Olma, or my executives. But I should say that I'm very grateful to Kat for what she has done, and to Luke. Luke is still on board, and we will see how the procedure with the tender goes, and then we'll see what will come out. But that's all I can say for now.
All right. Junior Eurovision, as you already mentioned, with semi-finals, the possibility of semi-finals, for children to be in a competition can be quite harsh. What do you guys as organization do to protect them? Because even though they're all in the final, they can still come last or get low points.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's all some tiny little details that make them feel. First of all, we try to immediately from very beginning to say it's not a competition, it's just a gathering. You're already all winners. We try to encourage them during the week about that. We try to, the new thing Luke actually came out with is to, again, I'm revealing all the secrets, is to get all the positive tweets and mentioning in social media, make a special surprise for them at the end. So we'll get and they have all these comments listed. And that's why we also added the first, second and third prize, which we'll don't put on air, but off air at the press conference we will also greet the second and third prizes because they're also really great winners. And at the end we are trying, and I think doing it pretty well, to cover all the participants after the event, no matter what position they go, just to make people remember them and follow them and what they're actually doing afterwards.
So what are they doing afterwards? What does Junior Eurovision lead to, do you think?
Well, apart from getting some kind of, let's say, basic things like they got all these friendships together with all the participants that they met here, but afterwards we see if they develop their career, if they want, even if they quit and they don't want to be the singers anymore and they jump into some other career, some other profession, it's fine. We still follow them because they were part of the event in this momentum. But at the end, you never know. These little stars might become very big stars at some point, especially with their passion and their talent.
Last question. One of the changes this year, I was told, because this is my first time in Junior Eurovision, but I've noticed it also as a change compared to the adult, is that press is not allowed at the Euroclub. Can you tell me a little bit about why that was changed and also what the function of Euroclub is in your opinion?
Well, Euroclub is more like, it was a decision of the steering group of the contest. Euroclub is more a gathering for the kids. They also like to communicate with themselves after all these rehearsals, after these long days of rehearsals, of communication with press, and they just want to stick to each other, get all together on the dance floor and have fun. And sometimes maybe we thought it's not really appropriate and there are some cameramen walking around and, in general, press is really good here, but you never know who can pop up and start filming someone. So we really want to avoid this kind of things and make them feel comfortable, at least in the evening. Then the next morning they come here and they're all yours and you can do whatever you want. However, I want to say that for the after party, everyone is welcome.
Thank you.